Hi everybody, this is Lawrence from Dayusha's Duelist Academy with a Yu-Gi-Oh video for once. Shocking, I know. Here with my buddy Zach. He has a Blue Eyes deck for us. Take it away, Zach.
Alright, so we're going to start with the main deck. We'll save the extra deck for later. It's something I've been working on. I've seen a lot of people play it. Obviously, we got to run the 3 Blue Eyes.
It's Blue Eyes White Dragon.
It's a Blue Eyes deck.
It's a Blue Eyes deck. You have to run 3.
We're going to be running 2 of the alternatives. And there's a reason for that. It's searchable by a lot of cards, and you don't really need to see it in your hand as much.
His version, you don't need 3.
Yeah, you don't need 3 at all. Two's good enough. For one of the most important starters in this deck is Sage. Sage is a very good card. You get a free search on normal summon, and then if you do have a effect monster on the field, you get to ditch him, target them, they'll get destroyed, and then you get a free Blue Eyes on the field.
Sorry about the glare, guys. The lights. There's a light above us, apparently.
We're running 2 of the Stones of Legends. I'm sorry about the rarities. I bought this one before I changed the deck up. So, we're running 2 of those, and then we're running 1 of the Ancients.
And we ain't gonna judge here. I don't care.
I do plan on upping the rarities. So these are just really good. Just 2. You do need these for the combo as well. And then we're running 2 Chaos Dragons.
Konami, where's our secret at? We need a secret to this. Come on.
Or an ulti. I'll take an ulti as well.
Oh, an ulti would be amazing too.
Yeah, an ulti would be amazing.
Oh yeah, Chaos Dragon because
and then that's basically it for like our main package. But then we do have certain extender cards. We have the Star Liege. This comes into play later. I'm only playing 1, just because we do play LP, and LP does search it out of the deck. And then for the other extenders, we're playing the Bigfoot, or the Dangers, which we have 3 Bigfoots, 2 of the Thunderbirds, 1 Jackalope, and 1 of the Snake.
Snack!
The reason I'm running 2 of the Thunderbirds, I would prefer to run a Nessie, but I do not have an extra Nessie. I do have another one in my other deck that I don't want to take out. So I'm running 2 Thunderbirds. Thunderbird's still a good card. It's good for back row for a lot of the people that want to play Mystic Mine and, want to hide behind their traps and stuff.
So basically, you're just crapping on Counter Fairies, Mystic Mines.
Mystic Mine more. I like Counter Fairies.
And then, what is it? Crap, Paleos?
Yeah, pretty much.
Who plays Paleos?
I do want to build Counter Fairies. So something I really switched up recently, I'm also playing the Dragoon package in here, so I'm playing these 2.
A purple Red Eyes.
Just because I felt like instead of going into Dragooblion into number 38, I could just go into Dragoon and have like 4 or 5 cards in my hand, which is what Dragoon needs. And then we're playing, for the hand traps, we're playing 3 Effect Veiler, 3 Ashes.
Oh my gosh, that miscut really shows up on the camera.
It's really bad.
Oh god.
I almost went back when I got this a couple months ago when Duel Devastator came out, and I went to Walmart, which is just a bad choice, and I got it. My whole thing was miscut except for the hand traps. Except for all the Ghost Sisters, everything else was miscut.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
Everything but the Ghost Sisters was miscut. I was extremely mad. Right, but so those are the hand traps here. You can play more hand traps if you want, because there's a couple cards in here you can always switch out. Those are it for our monsters. We do play a lot of monsters in here.
I mean, it's Yu-Gi-Oh! Nowadays. It's like, hey, look, a bunch of monsters, and here's the hand trap pile, which is probably the same size.
We play 7 spells, just 7. 7 or 8 spells is perfectly fine. Played the Melodies for the extensions to ditch and then search 2 Blue Eyes, which doesn't actually come up as much as I thought it would. I hate to do this, but I do have a blank card here. This is Emergency Teleport. I'm waiting for mine to come in. So
he ordered it, it's just not in yet.
I'm just waiting for that to come in, and then this deck will be 100% done. And this is one of the 1-ups we play. We also play a 1-up of Grave Called By because
Konami, bring it back.
It needs to be at 3. It really does. 1 for 1, Monster Reborn, and then because I am playing the Dragoon, I'm playing the Red Eyes Fusion. So we're only playing, right here we're playing 8, but you can play 7 if you want, if you take out Dragoon, which is perfectly fine. And then the extra deck, we're obviously going to play the Spirit because it's a Blue Eyes deck, and this is just such a, like...
It's an amazing card.
It's an amazing card, and it just goes into other stuff. We're playing a Formula Synchron. It's
Because-
a little beat up. I'm
Because
sorry.
I have a Fire Black, so Needle Fiber. Don't
You
matter.
go into Needle Fiber, Link Cross, and then you take the stone that you brought back, you summon from the deck with Needle Fiber to go into him, draw one, and then you take him and the other one to go into... I call it the Mexican Metal Marcher because it's Spanish.
It's a
but
Spanish
it's
one.
a Spanish one, but that's one of the other ones. We have 2 more Synchros. We're playing the Azure Eyes because...
It's a Blue Eyes deck.
It's Spirit goes into him, and then we're playing Cloud Castle.
Which when I built Blue Eyes, I wish I remembered that as a card.
Cloud Castle is such a great card to go into the card that's just nuts. We're playing the 1 Dragoon, obviously. You know, everybody's seen Dragoon. They know what he does. We're playing True King. That's what Cloud Castle helps you go into. Because you use Spirit to go to the graveyard to bring out the Azure Eyes. Then you Synchro into Cloud
Oh,
Castle.
yeah, because it's only 2. It's 2+. So.
Yes. Then you take...
I always thought it was 3.
Yeah. Then you take the Cloud Castle and the Azure Eyes to make him, and basically your end board's gonna have him on it. That's what this whole deck's about. But and on top of him, we're playing 1 more Xyz, which is number 38.
Because it's a Blue Eyes
It's
deck.
it's just a good level 8 to have in there.
You can tell the stuff I remember is in all Blue Eyes decks because
So-
that's a good card.
Of course, we're playing the Link Cross and the Halki. Just a good combo to set up.
I mean, any Synchro deck is using
If
this.
you're playing Synchros, you gotta have these 2 in hand.
Well, I don't have this in my Red Dragon Archfiends, but that's because I don't focus on it.
You don't want to focus on it because it's probably gonna get banned.
That's the other reason I don't like it.
We're playing the Pixie and the LP. Just that these 2 are like really important for the combo.
So I'm just trying to get a really good picture without the light glaring.
Yeah, it's fine. We're playing the Whelp just because it's a generic Link 2, and it also counts as a dragon. So that way LP, because you can't special summon once you bring out LP, you can't special summon or Link summon into him or any other Link unless it's a dragon. So you go into him as a generic and then use LP's effect to bring out, because basically what you want is him up here and LP down here, and then you use these 2 to bring out the Star Liege, and then
Yeah.
Star Liege will link off into the Pitsy. And then Pitsy will bring back a Blue Eyes that you ditched.
And the people ask, how'd you get the LP here? Hello.
Yep.
Link Cross.
And then you're playing a Skulldred. I do apologize. It's one of the ones I got miscut. Skulldred's just you take those 3 and go into Skulldred, and then you have a free special summon from your hand. So you're playing, I believe, I want to say 15 tuners in this deck. So you're gonna at least have 1 in your hand at the end of the combo to special summon into him, and then you can just go into plays. And then we're playing the Predaplant.
because
of
fusion.
Because of Dragon. That's it. But some of the things you can do, you know, if you literally can just go into combos with just 2 cards. If you start with
Sage.
just Sage in your hand, and you know, say you can have either the alternative eyes, Blue Eyes, you can have anything in your hand besides him, and you're just gonna go off. This deck doesn't brick at all. Like, I've play tested it multiple times. I've never bricked once. This thing will most likely either die to the mirrors or hand traps.
Show us what an M board would look like.
The end board for this would most likely, if you get the Dragoon off, you'll have the Predaplant up here. I'll move it down here a little bit, just so it's on the map. Then you'll have
Oh.
True King. True King, I just put over here because it's just better that way. You'll have a Dragoon, and
Yeah, why do you have calamities over here? 6 feet.
yeah, it's just 6 feet apart.
6
man.
feet.
Just 6 feet apart. Corona, man. You know.
Oh my gosh, this is literally like if this was Yu-Gi-Oh, this
So-
is definitely 6 feet.
So this is just where my placements are. You don't have to place him. You could place him anywhere, you know. But it's just like this is just my placement. And most of the time, at the end of your turn, you'll have at least 4 or 5 cards. So Dragoon just has negates, and then you have True King to stop so many decks, and then you have Spirit here to stop any graveyard effects that. I believe it's only 1, but I mean it's still a stall, you know.
It's still
still
negate.
It's still a good negate, you know, and you just go from that. But a lot of the time, you don't need to search most of the stuff because if you have Sage in your hand, this is your result. This is your total result. It doesn't matter what else the other 4 cards are in your hand. But if you don't have Sage, you can still go into plays because like I said, you're gonna have 15 tuners in the deck. There's 15 total tuners.
Oh yeah, because all the hand traps are tuners.
Yes. So it doesn't matter because you're gonna go into this guy, no matter what. If they don't ash you on this guy, then you can still play through it if you have the right cards, but the deck's still amazing. It's nuts, and to have a deck like this for Blue Eyes,
it's pretty good.
it is just nuts because most people just don't play. They look down on Blue Eyes. But like, say if you have you search Sage, you normal summon Sage. The one card you do want to search is the Ancients, because you don't need to search the Legend because that's what Crystron's for, is to search the Legend, the special summon it. So you search the Ancients, and then at the end phase, your Ancients will be in the graveyard because you synchroed into one of the dragons. So in reality, your end board's gonna look like this. Your end board could literally just look like that, and you have 3 monsters on the field with 3k attack, and he's just a vanilla, but he's still pretty strong. And the next turn, with the stalls on your board right now, the next turn,
Oh, TK.
your opponent doesn't stand a chance here. If they can't play through True King, Dragoon, and Spirit, it's over.
Yep.
It's just over. Especially since with Chaos Dragon, a combo I like to do is Starleash and Chaos Dragon. So Starleash, when it's in the graveyard, you can banish it to add a light, I believe, light or dark, level 8 dragon back to your hand.
Yep.
So you can add Chaos Dragon back to your hand. So next turn, your graveyard's gonna be stacked at the end of your first.
Yep.
Turn. It's gonna be stacked. So you just next turn after that, you just go into him. You know, you can get rid of 2 darks. You can have the whole options because your whole deck is dark and light. So you can have any one of the choices. The best choice would be to rip a card out of your opponent's hand. If you
Just punish them even more.
You just rip a card because if you see an Ash, rip it out their hand, and then what are they gonna do anyways? But this would be the second turn board, but it really doesn't matter with these two on the field because just with these guys, it's over. It's he needs to get banned, and they won't ban him.
They will not ban him anytime soon. They will ban this before they ban anything else. Hell, they'll ban Needlefire before they ban anything else.
Yeah, for real.
But ban Link Cross. Link Cross.
It's just such a good deck to go off into, have fun with. It's not. I wouldn't consider it top tier meta, but it still can compete with a lot of decks, and that's just
It certainly can beat my tunes.
That's true. This stops so many decks just because of True King. And
True King really does help it.
True King helps so much. Even if you didn't have True King on the board,
this is still scary.
You still have Dragoon. Dragoon's scary enough, unless they pop a Super Poly. But I mean, what are they gonna do if you do have Dragoon on the field? What are they gonna do? Who are they gonna really take? Dragoon or Calamity? Both? Who cares?
Well, they can take both.
Who cares? Because it doesn't matter. So it's who really plays in meta decks plays the Super Polys?
Fair enough. Well, it all depends on your local meta.
I mean, I play Super Polys in some of my decks just because.
Because you know your own decks.
Because I know people are going to play Dragoon, and I'd rather Super Poly in the Starving Venom. But that's me. So, But yeah, no, this deck is definitely I had a lot of this deck already because I already built most of it. The only thing I really had to get was Cloud Castle, I believe, and I want to say LP because I had everything else.
Yeah, I think you needed the LP.
LP, the Martial Metal Marcher, and then the Formula Sync are the only things I really needed to get. Everything else, this deck's not that expensive. I mean, it's really, like, the only thing that's going to be pretty expensive in here is the Ash Blossoms.
Actually, though, the most expensive thing in your deck is the Dragoon.
Well, that's fair. That's fair enough. The extra deck's pretty pricey. The extra deck's pricey.
The extra deck
main
expensive.
The
Main deck, I think,
is not that much.
Ash, I think, is the most.
Ash is about 10. I
No,
believe.
no. The most expensive one you have is the alternatives and
Alternatives,
Sage.
Yeah.
Alternatives and Sage.
Sage is like $6, I think, though. So Sage
He's
is-
been going up though.
Yes, because people are realizing he's a good card. But yeah, that's the Blue Eyes deck I have. I mean, hopefully there's a way to evolve this deck even more.
Oh no, you're definitely gonna evolve it once Legendary Duelist 2 comes out.
Yes, yeah, probably.
Yes, Collection 2, because we're gonna get good reprints. Hopefully,
Yes,
maybe.
I'm really hoping for Bingo Machine Go. And I'm not even hoping for the Blue Eyes cards. I'm more excited for the Galaxy Eyes cards because that's my favorite archetype. But
Yeah, I just want colored rares of Blue Eyes. That's all I need. Alright, if you guys like this video, like it, share it with your friends. More deck profiles hopefully coming soon. No promises. Alright, bye.